Hello and welcome everybody. Today we are going to talk about the true power levels of Sorcerer Supreme. Is Doctor Strange the most powerful Avenger? If you believe that he is not even close, then let me tell you a few things that will hopefully change your mind. Doctor Strange can do things that no other Avenger can even imagine of. And although he is physically as vulnerable as a normal human, his feats rival that of gods. But before we get into it, I want to make it clear that yes, Doctor Strange has few big weaknesses as he's just a human, because of which many people have managed to overcome and even defeat him by exploiting his weaknesses. Like Ebony Maw in Avengers Infinity War. It's a bit like Scarlet Witch, who has unimaginable potential, but at the same time, she is equally vulnerable. So in this video, we will only discuss the power levels of Doctor Strange and why he might be the most powerful Avenger in the MCU. So without further ado, let's get this video started.
I'm Peter, by the way.
Doctor Strange.
Oh, you're using your made-up names. I'm Spider-Man then.
In the MCU, so far Doctor Strange has appeared in 3 movies, and in each of them, we have seen him do incredible things, which has made him widely popular amongst the fans. Be it defeating Dormammu in his own dark dimension, or handling Loki and Thor in Thor Ragnarok, or letting Thanos win in Infinity War and then helping Iron Man defeat him once and for all in Avengers Endgame. So far, Time Stone has played a crucial role in Doctor Strange's achievements. But now since the stone is gone, you might assume that Doctor Strange is not as powerful as he had been in Avengers Infinity War. But that is far from truth. Doctor Strange is the Sorcerer Supreme of Earth's dimension, and there can be only one Sorcerer Supreme in any given dimension or a universe. The title of Sorcerer Supreme grants Doctor Strange access to some of the most powerful artifacts in the known universe, like the Cloak of Levitation and the Time Stone. In Doctor Strange movie, we saw 3 sanctums which were filled with magical artifacts. These artifacts are as important to Doctor Strange as Iron Man armors are to Tony Stark and Mjolnir is to Thor. Doctor Strange being Sorcerer Supreme is a bit different than other sorcerers, as he can tap into the majority of mystical energies, which makes him a much more powerful wizard. He is so powerful that the Eternity himself, which is the living embodiment of the universe, said that he is much more powerful than any other Earthlings. During the Civil War storylines in comics, a Watcher asked Doctor Strange why he just doesn't end this fight between the superheroes that included Avengers, Fantastic Four and the X-Men, and was on a much bigger scale than what we saw in Captain America Civil War movie. The Watcher told Doctor Strange that he was capable of ending this fight with a snap of his fingers. Such are his power levels. And he can not only channel the mystical energies of this universe, but he can also channel the power of the gods and the demons. At one occasion, he even channels Dormammu's powers to cast his magical spells. There is a saying that Doctor Strange is as powerful as the entity that he channels, and one of the most powerful entity that he can channel are the Vishantis, who are the sources of white magic, and they help the Sorcerer Supremes protect their realm. Doctor Strange even possesses the power of telepathy, which we haven't yet seen in the movies. But in the comics, at one point he even overpowers the mighty Galactus with his telepathic abilities. He's even capable of absorbing other people's magical energies, so imagine if he absorbs the powers of Scarlet Witch. That would be bonkers. Many believe that Scarlet Witch is much more powerful than Doctor Strange. Well, it might appear so, as the Scarlet Witch's powers are raw, and because of her emotional instability, she just unleashes her raw powers on her victims. Whereas Doctor Strange is a much more trained and pragmatic fighter who only uses as much as is required, which at times can be dangerous, as we saw during the fight between Ebony Maw and Doctor Strange. In other words, Doctor Strange rarely uses the most powerful weapons in his arsenal. What makes Doctor Strange who he is his unmatched intelligence, which he has often used to outsmart his enemies, be it trapping Dormammu in the time loop or letting Thanos momentarily win in Avengers Infinity War. In the first Doctor Strange movie, we saw him navigate the astral plane. In his astral form, Doctor Strange can travel at super light speeds, and at times he is even capable of casting spells while being damage proof. But when he is in astral form, his physical body is highly vulnerable, and Doctor Strange being a human is vulnerable in his sleep too, which will be explored in the upcoming Doctor Strange 2 movie, as Nightmare is confirmed to be the villain. But Doctor Strange has a sleeping spell that protects him from any harm while he is in sleep. There was a time when Doctor Strange had a spell for all occasions, but now the character has been nerfed to make him more reasonable. And while Doctor Strange mainly practices white magic, at times he has even delved into the realm of black magic. And he has even mastered some of the most notorious black magical spells, because of which the Vishantis stripped him of his Sorcerer Supreme title, which he regained a few years later. The funny thing with Doctor Strange is that he doesn't need to worry about paying his bills, as he has in the comics created gold and money to pay off his debts. In Thor Ragnarok, we saw Doctor Strange do magic without any hand gestures or without visibly uttering any spells. He sends Loki into an endless limbo, and he could have possibly kept him there for as long as he wanted. And let's not forget that Loki is a powerful sorcerer himself, and if Doctor Strange can do that to Loki, then I wonder why he didn't try this while he was fighting Ebony Maw in Avengers Infinity War. Let me know in the comments, why do you think he was holding back during that fight with Ebony Maw? With that, we'll bring this video to an end. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more upcoming content.